Danny coming
Someone
in.
there?
All right. Okay.
This is a big
Just turn it down just a tad. Never mind. Forget it. I'll just yell. All right. So to celebrate 2019 with spirit, smiles, and humor, I've taken the opportunity to fly in a special guest today. I'd like to introduce a very funny guy, a dear friend of mine, a comic legend in his own mind when he's alone in his room, Mr. Miles Archer. Miles grew up in a small town of Homer, Alaska, where he spent his days teaching hip-hop to loggers and his nights freelancing as a fortune cookie writer. He was the town expert on the mating rituals of native PYGMY mountain goats and squirrel cage fighting. Then by the time he was 12, he realized that all of these successes weren't enough. He wanted flash and pizzazz and dreamed of wearing velvet blazers. After years of battling frostbite and PETA, Miles made the long-distance move to Las Vegas, Nevada, where he landed the position of lead pirate understudy at Treasure Island. It's there where he got his big break and soon became widely known to all as the Daniel Baldwin of comedy. It's been over 20 years and he's here today. Let's give it up for Mr. Miles Archer.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Miles Archer. Is there a Catalina girl?
Catalina.
Yeah, Catalina. Katrina.
Me.
Oh, okay. Hey.
Hey.
The contract with CDT says, okay, get it clean show. I got that.
Yep.
No alcohol. Okay.
Yep.
Attendance size up to 100 people.
Well, budget cuts.
All right.
Sorry.
I can't wear a tie.
Oh, you have to wear a tie. You were the lowest bidder.
I have to wear a tie.
You
won't
have
do
to
this
wear
without
a
me wearing
tie. Nope, it was in the RFP. Sorry,
Fine.
that's the contract.
Fine.
I'm sorry.
Fine. Let's just get started.
All right.
All right. Let's get started. Hi, everybody. I'm Miles Archer,
Hi, Miles.
Hey, Miles.
Hey, Miles.
and I'm wearing a tie because I have to, according to the CDT contract.
My parents had a sofa made of that material.
I am a corporate comedian. I travel all over the state, all over the country, and I've done a lot of gigs in Vegas. But this is where I feel at home, is talking to people like you. I was expecting close to 100 people, so I'm going to have to change my routine a little bit. Just give me a second. All right.
Aftershave? That's aftershave. No, not aftershave.
The D stands for deluxe. I don't write a lot of jokes, tell stories. And my PowerPoints fail on me when I'm starting my routine. Does anybody know how to fix that? Is this California Department of Technology? Is that, or is it can't do technology? Not really sure. To me, CDT, who did you guys work for? CDT?
Yes.
What does that stand for? Anybody? You do work.
Can't do technology.
Can't do technology.
Can't do.
I think it stands for creepy dudes wearing ties, because I've seen a lot of creepy guys around here wearing ties. All right, so let's get this started. I have a friend named Travis. This is Travis. He's what we call a yippie, right? Yippie. Guys know what a yippie is? A ne'er-do-well, a ruffian. And Travis gives me my best stories. He does. My life is actually pretty boring. Travis leads a very exciting life. And this story that he conveyed to me, and I guarantee every word is true. is a story of teen love. Okay? Some of you probably don't remember what that's like, but her name was Sherry Allen. And this was Travis's gal. They were together for 3-4 years on and off. And it was 1987. Travis was on a plane to Hawaii. And Sherry had just broken up with him. So he was pretty heartbroken about that. And he's sitting in his airplane chair and he's looking forward, and he's heartbroken. He sees a little blue bag in the back of the chair. He says, wait a minute, that's a barf bag. So Travis gets the bright idea. Excuse me. He gets the bright idea. He gets the bright idea to send this barf bag, because at the time, and I don't know if you still can, but you could put a stamp and an address on anything, send it across the United States. So Travis did that. He, oh, excuse me, sorry, it's my wife. Yeah, honey, sorry. How much? Where? At DSW? How much? That's more than I'm making all this week, honey. No, listen, I'm in the middle of this corporate. Come on, I gotta go. It's only 20 minutes. I gotta. No, don't buy the. So he takes the barf bag. What does he write on it? Thinking of you. Gets off the plane in Sacramento. And he mails that barf bag to Sherry. But that's not why I'm here. We're going to come back to that a little bit later. I mentioned they were high school sweethearts. I'm going to talk about company names for a second, because I find them fascinating. A couple of years ago, I was doing a corporate gig, and it was for a company called MicroStrategy. You heard of that company?
Nope.
Nope. Well, you know why? Because they have very little strategy. They almost have no strategy. It's so small, it's micro, right? You can't even see their strategy. Now, I used to work at a place that had a recycling bin that I walked past every day. And for 2 years, I walked past this recycling container, and I saw the sign. I never thought about it. And then one day, I was walking past the sign, and I actually paid attention to what it said. Sugar, you look like you eat this. Every day I walk past that sign, I never saw what it said. It's absolute secured shredding ink. Yeah, that's all I got for that one. I'm not going to touch it. It's supposed to be a clean gig. Anyways, my home now, this is my home now in Vegas. I make a lot of money now doing what I do, these corporate gigs. My wife's spending all my money right now at DSW. But I want to talk about varmints. You know what a varmint is? I guess. An animal. Yes, an animal. Varmints are destructive creatures. If we can figure out how to train them to do yard work, we can save a lot of money. Now, my front lawn spent a lot of money on this last summer. Got a beautiful Scots turf builder. But beautiful lawns sometimes have problems, and sometimes those problems are varmints. This is what my lawn looked like earlier. A few weeks ago, it looked like that. Anybody ever had that problem in their front yard? No, me neither. Me neither. Took me a while to figure out what it was. Again, look at the difference. Before, after. Well, how do you fix that problem? Got a varmint, right? So what did I do? In fact, this is the culprit. I call him Stinky McGee. Right? Every night, on the hour, he comes out, digs up my lawn, and then leaves. So I got a bright idea. I bought a real coyote. Now, as it turns out, coyotes aren't legal to own. Didn't know that. But that wasn't the real problem with having a live coyote. They don't make great pets. As you can see, I was in the middle of feeding Harry, my live coyote, and he attacked me, and we had to send him to a farm in upstate New York. But I want to get back to Travis and Sherry Allen, 1987, because I think it points out something that all of us guys need to learn. And the point is, when you think getting one up on a woman, think again, because you may not. Travis gets home and back.
Return to sender.
A week or two after he had sent this barf bag to his ex-girlfriend that said, "Thinking of you," he goes out to his mailbox. And late summer morning, opens up the box. What do you think was in that box?
Bark bag.
A barf bag?
Stinking one. Used bark bag. Return to sender.
A used barf bag. All good theories? No. What was in that mailbox? It's hard to speak up. There was a bag of poop in the mailbox.
Was it on fire?
Was not on fire. And honestly, he doesn't remember whether there was a note with the poop bag. But what Travis conveyed to me is that he did not think that the poop was from the man. The shape, the size. He was pretty convinced that that was Sherry Allen's poop. So I call that the old one-up, right? Because here she is, he sent her a barf bag. He thinks he's getting one in on her because she broke up with him. But in the end, it was Sherry that had the last laugh, wasn't it?
It was the number 2 up.
It was the number 2 up.
That's right.
The bag said nothing on it. Let that sink in. Nothing on it. Okay, I want to be honest with you. I'm not as rich as I claimed I was. In fact, I'm kind of on hard times right now. That's my home. I've been living in that van for the last 3 months, and I haven't bathed in probably about the same amount of time.
Down by the river.
That's
So I'm hoping I can get a place to crash tonight. Everybody, I've still got a lot of alcohol, so if the party's at your house tonight, just let me know. I just want to say happy holidays and royal flushes to all. My next gig is in Gridley. If anybody's going to be out in Gridley next week, I'd love to see you. I'll be at Teledyne in Gridley. Anybody know Teledyne in Gridley? They've got a fabulous facility.
We had long talk the following week.
I want to thank you for coming, and I really do appreciate that Katrina, Kelsey invited me here. I just want to know one thing. When do I get paid?
Checks in the mail.
Yeah.
It's in the mail.
So we're giving out IOUs right now.
IOUs.
British warrants.
I'll have to get back to you on that.
All right.
It's down in the basement.
Well, I want to thank you for coming to Miles Archer Incorporated's corporate stand-up. I hope you all had a good time. I know I did. And I think somebody needs to call me a cab right now.
You're a cab.
I was supposed to use a mic, and I totally forgot. I brought a mic and a cord, and I totally forgot my prop.
Hey, question.